This little boy was born different that no one, starting from parents, neighbors, and young children could understand what kind of creature he was. Due to his appearance after birth, people gave him indecent names like aliens, animal, and many of that kind. The head was somewhat deformed with no shape. He was born with what seemed like hydrocephalus. When coming to this family, he was not a blessing as many expected, but rather marked the beginning of worries, suffering, struggling, depression, and many negative impacts. The little man was always crying, and none of his parents could sleep at night, and this resulted to severe headaches of his parents. It was clear since day one that he needed immediate treatment, but parents were living under extreme poverty and could not afford the boy's treatment. To make matters worse, as they were wondering where to get the baby's treatment, the man mysteriously abandoned this mother who had also other 5 children to look after. She says the main reason why the husband left did not make sense at all. The man never liked the baby since the day he was born. He suggested that since the baby was born with all these health problems, they had to kill him or else throw him away in the wilderness. But as a mother who had 9-month pregnancy, she could not at any point accept what the man was saying, and the result was being dumped. After the husband left, she spent months without paying rent and had to be evicted from the house. She then started wandering on streets, homeless and hopeless, until the day she met a good Samaritan that gave her shelter. This good Samaritan who welcomed Liberata could also not believe what she was seeing, as she was confused whether this was a person, an alien, or even something else. But she at least was willing to help the mother, as she could see she needed more and more support. Though she was welcomed here, she needed a lot, starting from feeding her 5 children in total to taking the boy to the hospital. At some point, she even failed to get breast milk for the baby due to living under extreme poverty and spending 3 or more days without eating. The woman kept fighting and tried her best, then took the baby to the hospital. And by when he was examined, and all they could see was that he had some fluids in the head, he was transferred abroad for more advanced treatment. And that whole treatment process required a large sum of money, which the mother, of course, could not think of. Having produced such a baby who looked different to other babies, it resulted to a lot of criticism and bullying, where she was no longer treated with same respect in the society, and many of her neighbors also advised her to dump the baby. And the mother of 6 always wondered why everyone around her was so evil. Due to the baby boy's health issues, he often has some difficulties in exhaling and inhaling fresh air, which threatens the mother and makes her afraid that with no medical support, she's likely going to lose the baby boy soon. The woman was almost going crazy with her children scattered in neighbors. With lack of enough money for the boy's treatment, plus being abandoned by the husband and many more life hardships. And she said she had some mental problems, mainly due to poverty. This was her first time visiting the mother of 6, and everyone could tell that she was really experiencing a lot. She needed a lot, starting from money to get treatment, for the boy to living and having better standards of living. But since she did not work and had nothing earning, she never thought that maybe someday, out of the blue, she would see herself smiling after seeing her baby boy treated and having a normal life. To her, that was daydreaming. After airing and publishing her story, what she calls a miracle happened, as many who watched her and her son crying did everything possible and contributed to saving this boy's life. And that's why today we are here in this family again.
ubwo nkabashimira nkagenda amahoro nkazagaruka amahoro kandi mfite icyizere ko umwana wanjye agomba gukira ubwo banereranaga ngo ntabwo ari umuntu singomba kumutunga ahubwo arabutwa n'uwamwica akavaho.
Before taking the flight, she took time thanking everyone that helped her in contributing such a big amount of money that would help and cover all medical bills. She emphasizes on how Afrimax made a big impact and says to her, no words can explain what this means. It means a lot to her as someone who never expected something like this in return. The mother got money and quickly had to look for travel documents, and it was now time for her to get ready for a flight straight to India so as to get the boy's treatment, whose condition was getting worse daily. Here, the mother had now developed a sense of hope and confidence that soon everything was going to be fixed, with money contributed, and after travel documents were available, everything was put in order, and what followed was escorting the mother of 6 to the airport, where she had to take a flight to India. She safely landed to India with her last-born. She had to be escorted to a hotel room where she was going to spend some days until the day when the baby will be treated and will have to fully recover. The next day, she took the baby to the hospital and the treatment process began right away. And now, doctors are trying their best treating the little fella. There is now hope and everyone is happy that this boy is now getting treatment required, making us thank each and everyone who helped this mother in every possible way. But more especially those who gave money so that this little boy would be taken to India for advanced treatment.
bamaje kubona ko bamwitaga amazina mabi baranyigaruriye mbu umubyeyi mbu umuntu ikibazo kiniki nkemurira nanjye ndwana ariko mu ntara amera neza nta muntu wanyegeraga bamwikishaga ibiti.
She said a lot of people had abandoned her, but since Afrimax visited, a lot has happened and everything has changed. She now believes it's just a matter of days until when the baby boy will be treated and he will have a normal, good life. Since getting support from Afrimax, those who trolled and bullied her son, saying he's not a person but an alien, in other words, now turn to her and are now friendly to her. She's again respected in the society and remains grateful. Interestingly, the man who abandoned her is now trying to come back after seeing that life is totally changing from worse to good in no time. And the mother says she's ready to welcome him back in the house and cannot be as evil as he was. She says there will be no difference between him and the man, but this will teach him a lesson to always respect one. Now, the treatment process is still ongoing, and we hope for the best on the behalf of the whole Afrimax. We thank everyone who contributed to saving the little boy's life. Thank you for watching. I'm Elijah and this is Afrimax English. Remember to subscribe.